How's everyone doing today? I'm be talking about the first two Hellraiser movies. Now, I watched the second one yesterday when I was drunk, so it probably is shitty to me because I was drunk. And then I watched the first one like last week. I can't remember if I was drunk or not. Going into these, I knew absolutely nothing. All I knew is that Pinhead was a character. I remember seeing like scenes, clips of him, edits and shit of him. He's in Dead by Daylight, so I'm the PC players. And yeah, and Dead by Daylight, fucking love the PC players' favorite child. And now it's gone now, they just booed him out. But yeah, after watching the first two, I'd say they're a load of shit. They're probably the worst, some of the worst horror films I've ever seen. Now that's probably gonna piss a lot of people off because apparently Hellraiser is like one of the best horror series. Like, one of the best series in horror, which I just can't believe, bro. Like, I just feel like they're a bunch of Pinocchios and their noses are, like, grown and, like, really long when they're saying that shit. Because there ain't no way it's, like, the second best or one of the best. Like, people are saying, oh, the second... I remember some people were saying in the second one's like, oh, it's the best horror movie in my opinion. I'm like, nah, you're just wrong. You're capping. You tried to scratch the scratch card and you lost that opinion. Absolutely fucking not in my opinion anyway. The first one I thought was actually pretty decent, even though we didn't get to see much of Pinhead. I thought it was a good build up for Pinhead. I thought, you know, it was a good way to build his character up. He seemed pretty menacing. He seemed like he had a lot of aura. And then come the second one. Pinhead's just like a side character, so I don't like. After watching the second one, I'm just like wondering what the fuck is Pinhead like? You know, like is he a villain? Is he a good boy? Is he just a side character? There's this scene in the second one where where Kirsty, I think, your main character, she shows Pinhead the original picture of himself when he's human, and he's like, oh, now I'm good. Instead of throwing out chains, I'll throw out good compliments. I'll be Spider-Man or something. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, Pinhead's supposed to be this one of the most powerful horrors one of the most powerful horror characters in like fiction. He's supposed to be super ass OP. Like he gets compared to Jason and Michael, and he like shit stomp all over them. Motherfucker was doing absolutely nothing in both movies. I swear. Even in the first one, which I thought was grand, I thought Frank. I thought he was a pretty decent villain. To me, he's just weird and creepy as shit. And then the second one, Pinhead's just ass. Like, he did not kill anyone, which I find insane. For a horror character in a horror movie, does absolute fuck off. For the main horror character to get no kills, what are you doing, bro? He's just dazed and confused or something. He's like, he didn't do shit. There was a scene where Kirsty or one of the women, one of the mute girls or whatever the fuck, they're like, oh yeah, I came here looking for my dad. And Pinhead literally went like, bah! You're looking for your dad? I fucking killed him, son. Well, I don't think he did kill him, but, you know, that's really all he did. Sort of just laugh at you and just let them get away. You know, Michael and Jason, they would not let that slide. If they saw that shit, it'd be like free eats. It'd be like an all-you-can-kill buffet. They'd just immediately go towards him and be like, you're dead, bro. I'm gonna use you as my doormat, like, you know, type shit. But then Pinhead, he's supposed to be like a hell priest or a demon or some shit. Didn't seem like it. To be honest, he just seemed like some dude in a leather jacket who had needles in his head. He barely used his powers throughout the second movie. Can I just say, the fucking decisions in Hellraiser movies, at least the first two, are probably the stupidest ones. I don't remember really that many shitty decisions being made in the first one, but in the second one, holy fuck, it's so dumb. There's like a scene where you're once solving the lament configuration, and shit's going wrong around her. You know, there's a fucking tornado outside. God's like blowing on her fucking door, like, and then there's like blue lights everywhere and shit. She looks around and is like, yeah, I'm gonna continue solving this demonic Rubik's Cube. If I was solving, like, if I was, say, for example, this is completely random, but if I was playing my DS and then I seen Mario's big fat ass head outside my window with red eyes looking at me like this, I would just throw this away. I would, like, put this away. But no, she kept on, you know, continuing to solve it even though shit was going wrong. And then there's like these tunnels, that open up, which I'm fairly sure they're like the gateway to hell. The Labyrinth, I think it's called. I don't know. It's like this place where the Leviathan is. I swear the Leviathan is just a big giant like butt plug with like sharpness, a double-edged butt plug with like sharpness 10 or whatever the fuck. I don't know much about the Leviathan. I don't know much about the Hellraiser series. I'm just going off the first two movies. So don't get pissed off at me if you don't like my opinion because I'm just yapping about it. I think it's pretty fucking stupid. But yeah, she sees Hellraiser come out of the tunnels, and then when Hellraiser walks back in, I swear Hellraiser only showed up just to like aura farm just to say something. I don't even think he said anything. And then bro just like left. He just like, yeah, see you later. And she's like, I'm gonna follow him. Yeah, that seems like a really interesting spot, you know. There are 50% off. There's a Black Friday deal in hell, bro. I have to go there now. I thought that was just super dumb. And the movie's just, I don't know if it's supposed to do this on purpose, but it's like at points so like weird and uncomfortable to me and my friend was watching it. Like there's this scene where some dude's like cutting himself like so obsessively, like he wants to fucking die, like, and then some skinless corpse just hops out the mattress, like the mattress demon or some shit was hiding there, and then he like kills him. And then the dude, there's another guy in this room watching this whole thing. Bro wasn't even scared as well. He's just watching this like, this is very fascinating. This is very interesting. You know, like he's at a zoo exhibit, but he's at a skinless corpse exhibit. You know, and like I thought, bro was just gonna like be like, I'll be right back, and he goes to get like a bag of popcorn, and be like, yeah, this is great. And like afterwards, the skinless corpse kills the guy. The dude who was watching it just like, he brings it back to his gaff, and they start making out. I don't fucking know. I was watching this. I'm like, what the fuck? Bro's a necrophiliac. Bro has a thing for the recently deceased. Like, bro sees a skeleton and he gets a boner. Like, what are we doing? And it turns out, I thought that was Frank. Well, yeah, actually, I didn't think it was Frank. We thought it was a dude, but turns out it was a woman. How the fuck? I swear I had a man's voice, but whatever. But she like, I think he wrapped her up in like bandages and shit, so she looked like a mummy. And then they just start making out and all. Like, yeah, you just seen what this guy is doing. He seems unhinged as fuck. He seems crazy as fuck. Maybe he has a thing for crazy women. I don't know. And then he like goes to this other room and he has a bunch of hanging corpses ready for her to feed him. Like, this woman as well of the movie seemed like the main villain. At the start of Hellraiser 2, it literally showed Pinhead, like how he came to be. So, you know, the soldier, he was in like this temple or something, and he's solving a box. I'm not sure if that's where he found the cube. If it is where he found the cube, I would have just not touched it. To be honest, if I found the cube, I would just like pretended it doesn't exist, to be honest. I'd just been like, yeah, no, I'm not going near that shit. It's gonna like give me fucking cancer or something. But no, the dude decided to solve it, and then he like got some forced surgical shit. It's like forced plastic surgery. It's like, you're gonna look the finest shit in town. And he just looks like a bat with nails, except he's a human. He's a human bat with nails, bro. Like, if he headbutts someone, it's over for them. They're gonna look like they have trypophobia or some shit, and like all the holes in their faces or some shit. And, like, if anyone tries to kiss bro, it's over for them, because like they're just gonna get stabbed by all the nails and all. And anyway, I don't know why they like his face was on the cover as well. I don't know why it's saying that the start of the second one, they're setting up his backstory. I thought that was pretty sick. You know, we get to see how Pinhead came to be. He was once human, and now he's just some pale bald fuck who goes after people who solve a box. But then turns out he's like barely in the movie. He doesn't do shit in the movie. I mentioned before, he doesn't get a single kill. Actually, this is like, when I saw this, I was like, no way. Pinhead's a fraud. Man, I've seen all these clips and edits, and I read all this shit about him. Like, this guy's a badass. He has aura, bro. He'd make fucking Michael Myers fucking shit himself, like, you know. But then turns out he's not aura at all. He doesn't really take his job seriously, if I'm being honest. All he does is shows up, chat shit like a fucking keyboard warrior on Reddit, and then he just leaves. Or he just like block your chance to just say something, then, oh yeah, now you can go. What? And then like him and the other Xenobites, they got killed by this guy called Dr. Chance or whatever, who was just human, who just got turned into a Xenobite, by the way. And then he managed to kill them all so easy, but it was like done in the most, like, I don't want to say boring, but I kind of expected a little bit more from him to do. He sort of just whipped out tentacles and started slashing at them with like knives and all, and that's it. These Xenobites are supposed to be demons. They're supposed to be next to invulnerable. They're supposed to like have fucking titanium like skin. They're supposed to be like fucking Superman. Like, you know, you bonk him on the head with a glass, it'll fucking shatter and not do shit to him. I thought that's what it was gonna be like with Pinhead. No, he just easy gets his throat slit and that's it. Granted, he was turned back into a human, but still, he's supposed to be, I thought he was supposed to be like this cosmic evil force. Like, he's supposed to be a demon. He's supposed to be relentless. But no, he looks at a picture. Oh yeah, I was once human. I remember when I used to eat food. I used to eat Weetabix every morning, yeah. I used to walk my dog. I used to go outside and touch grass. And now I'm just touching people's insides. and that's his weakness apparently. So all you have to do if Pinhead comes for you lads, just whip out like a Google image of him, be like, "Here, this was you, lad," and then he'll be like, "Oh, my apologies." So he'll just fuck off back to his home country, like. Like if like foreigners, like how people tell foreigners go back to their country. That's literally what he does if you like show him the picture. I thought that was just pretty shitty, and like, oh man, got owned. Bro got bitched around by another Xenoite that just got turned, and he's supposed to be the most overpowered. Frank was in this one as well. He got fucking betrayed. Your one, I can't remember what her name is. I think her name is Julia. She reminds me of the witch from Snow White. She kind of gives me those vibes. She should have been the main villain. She seemed like she was the main villain. She's doing a whole lot more than Pinhead was doing for this whole movie. Like, she seduced. She had like her own fuck buddy, and then when she brought her, it's like, okay, I found another guy with a bigger dick. Go away now. See you later. And just turn him into Xenobite. And yeah, she's doing. Her face should have been on the cover. To be honest, she should have been like hyped up as the main villain. The story and some of the decisions, like I mentioned before, there's a decision where one of the women, she had, I think it was the mute girl actually. She added fuck all to the story, by the way. She's just there. She's supposed to be like, I think she's supposed to be like this one that had like, I thought she's like a genius or something. She's like able to solve the box so easy. And I swear half the scenes of her were like in her room, like she was grounded or something, and she's there like playing with random ass cubes, like she was bored, like they were Hot Wheels, except she's just using fucking cubes, and people are just looking at her like so fascinated. Yeah, that's sick, John. Look at this. Some woman playing games with a box. That's amazing. Like, bro just found a fucking dinosaur or something. I swear that's all she was doing in the scene. She barely says anything as well. Like I didn't know she, like, I guess fair enough, she's mute. She says like one thing, she's like, "Mama!" And that's it, pretty much. But yeah. And then towards the end, actually, I forgot to mention, there's this scene where they're in hell. Julia has your mute girl. She sort of like puts her down. She's like, "Get the fuck down," It's like trying to press a button or some shit. It's like, get down. And that's it. She doesn't do anything else. She doesn't restrain her. She doesn't keep an eye on her. She just forgets she exists or some shit. And the mute girl easy gets away. And then it gets to a point where the mute girl's hanging off from Julia. Julia's helping her up at this point. I don't know why. And then they just team up for some fucking reason. And Julia just becomes the good person now. How? She was like this evil. I swear she had a monologue. It was like, "Oh yes, I was the wicked stepmother. Now I'm the evil queen." And now towards the end, she's like Spider-Man or something. Like, she helped the mute girl. And like, aren't you supposed to be bad? Are you bad or are you good? Like, what are you, bro? What are these movies? And I just seen Pinhead's fucking skin face on the pillar. I was like, oh my god. I thought this guy had aura. I thought this guy was like fucking, you don't know, the PewDiePie of horror. Like one of the most powerful horror characters. I don't know what that fucking analogy was, but yeah. I was just thinking, damn, I was so disappointed. I was like, fuck. Here, I thought this guy had a big cock. His cock's about the size of a thumbtack. Jesus. But no, I looked it up and apparently he was like freed. He was in peace or something. I'm like, is this motherfucker not supposed to be evil? Like, is he evil? Is he not? Like, he might as well have been an anti-hero. He didn't kill a single person, which I still find insane. That's crazy, bro. First one was actually pretty decent. Build up to that. I thought it was grim. Second one. You just hear the shit plop into the water in the toilet. But yeah, that was me yapping about the Hellraiser movies. I just thought they were a lot of poo. I guess the second one I was watching, I was drunk and people were saying, "Oh, it's brilliant. It's like one of the best in the series, one of the best horror movies in general." I just think that's cap. You're wearing a baseball cap when you say that, bud. But maybe if I would have paid attention more, I heard that the story is supposed to be really good. The story just seemed so random in Hellraiser 2. Like, they'd go to this random house, they'd find like 3 fucking lament configurations. They're apparently supposed to be replicas that Dr. Chad made. Maybe if I was sober and I was actually paying deep attention, like, as analysing this, like, I'm watching a video to, pass the geography test in school, I would have liked it better. But from what I saw, it's just a bit shit in my opinion. But yeah, that was only the first 2. I'm not saying that the whole Hellraiser series is good. Maybe the other movies are good. I have not seen them, but I'm not sure if I'd be bothered watching them because, like, is Pinhead gonna be any good? Like, in the third one, apparently he racks up a fuck ton of kills. He goes on a massacre, but I don't even know if I don't watch that because, like, what if it's just, like, a lot of shit like the second one, But yeah, anyways, that was me yapping about the first 2 Hellraiser movies. Hope you did enjoy this video. See you later.